Hello and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. So today we're going to be talking about two things. Number one, what is a virtual assistant? And number two, how do you get that virtual assistant to work with you on BuyBotPro? How do you add them to your BuyBotPro subscription? So let's start with the first point to begin with. What is a virtual assistant? So if you are at the point in your Amazon business where you've grown it enough, you've got lots of things to do, lots of things to manage, and you are finding that you are struggling to do it all completely on your own, or if you just want additional hands in your business as well to carry out certain tasks so you can focus on other areas, then a virtual assistant is the answer. Again, only when you are completely 100% ready, you've looked into what it takes to be an employer, and you have the income and the budget to have a virtual assistant. Finding a virtual assistant, you can do that in whatever way you want to do that. So whether that is putting out adverts online on various job sites, whether you are putting posts in Amazon seller Facebook groups, another Amazon seller might be able to point you in the right direction of where to find good virtual assistants, or maybe there are virtual assistants in that Facebook group because they do join them that might reach out to you and you can discuss working together. So however you want to find a virtual assistant, it's completely up to you, whatever is easiest. Now, once you have hired that virtual assistant, they're going to be able to carry out whatever tasks you want to delegate to them. Usually this ends up being tasks like sourcing and deal analysis, both quite big, very important tasks that is just important for your day-to-day running of your Amazon business. And obviously they're going to do this for you, meaning that you can focus on other areas of your business. So sourcing and deal analysis are the two main tasks that your virtual assistant is going to carry out. And obviously any of the tasks that you want to delegate to them as well is completely up to you what you'd like to give them. So once you have your virtual assistant working with you, you've hired them, you now need to add them to your BuyBotPro subscription. So that way they're able to analyze deals very effectively, and they can even make use of things like the manual sourcing accelerator as well. So that way they can both source and analyze at the same time, which saves them time, meaning they have more time to find deals, meaning that productivity is increased. So adding a virtual assistant to BuyBotPro, don't forget you'll have X amount of activations depending on which BuyBotPro plan you are on. So it'll either be 5, 10 or 32, again depending on the plan. If you want to upgrade your plan, that is no problem. Please feel free to reach out to info@buybotpro.com. Let the team know and they can help you with upgrading your plan if you feel that you need more activations. So adding a virtual assistant, what you need to do is come into BuyBotPro, scroll down to the virtual assistant toolbox and click on VA Manager Login. So this is going to take you through to this page. But before that, if you are accessing this for the very first time, it's going to come up with a little login screen. Now, what you need to do is make sure that you use an email and a password that only you know. Only you and you alone should have access to this section as the subscription holder. It will suggest using the first 6 characters of your license key. If you want to change that to something that you're going to remember a lot easier, you can do that within this section as well. So right now we are on a dashboard section with a summary of what's been going on with your virtual assistants. So what you need to do first is come to BuyBotPro settings. Now, once you are in this page, you need to make sure that the email is your BuyBotPro associated email. You need to make sure that the license key is entered in correctly and in full, not just the first 6 characters, but in full. And you need to make sure that your region is set correctly. So which side of BuyBotPro did you sign up to? Did you sign up to the US side or the UK side? If it was the UK side, you need to make sure that the region is set to UK/Europe. And if you signed up to the US side, you need to make sure that you change this to US. So make sure that the region is correct. This is very important because if you add your virtual assistant, even if you do it correctly, and they go to log in and these details are not correct, it's going to come up with an error that tells you that the email doesn't exist, and that's because this isn't entered in correctly. So make sure that your BuyBotPro associated email, license key and region are entered in correctly and in full. Once you have entered this in, just scroll to the bottom of the page and click on submit. To add your virtual assistant, you need to click on the virtual assistant section and come to this page here. Now, the first thing you probably want to do is make sure that both you and your virtual assistant have downloaded the Chrome extension that you can find by clicking on this link here. This is the monitoring extension. So this is what's going to allow the screenshot. So basically, while your virtual assistant is working, they're using the VA toolbox. Random screenshots are going to be taken and sent to you, so that way you can monitor and make sure that your virtual assistants are doing what you're paying them to do, that they're on task. But adding your virtual assistant, all you need to do is click on Add Virtual Assistant. It's going to come up with this. So just enter in their name and their email address and click on Submit. Once you've done that, you'll find an entry for them in here like this. So you can see their name, email, the total amount of time that they've worked. If you click on this, you get a breakdown of the various times that they've worked. the total amount of deals that that virtual assistant has submitted and the total amount of screenshots that has been taken. You can see the last time they submitted a deal and if they are active. So you can mark them as inactive by clicking actions and then edit. You can mark them as inactive. You can't remove the entry from here, but you can mark them as inactive if they no longer work for you. Please note this doesn't mean that they won't then be able to still log into BuyBotPro. If you do let go of the virtual assistant, you need to make sure that you reach out to info@buybotpro.com and ask the team to reset your license key and refresh your activation. So this will basically log everyone out, and then you'll get the new license key and you can use that and distribute that to anyone that is currently working with you, and then the old virtual assistant won't be able to log back in and use your subscription. So please make sure that you go ahead and do that if you do let any virtual assistants go. But otherwise, that is how you add a virtual assistant. So then what you need to do is give your virtual assistant your full BuyBotPro associated email and license key, and then they'll be able to log into BuyBotPro and use the subscription. They'll be able to get the full panel. Now, in order for them to submit deals to you, so that way you get the final yes or no on the products that they have found, then they need to log into the VA toolbox, which is at the bottom here. So they just need to enter in the email that you've entered in for them, so their own email, and then click on save. And then it's logged them in. The deal criteria that you've set in the virtual assistant manager as well will also populate, so they know exactly what the deal needs to meet in order to be good for you. So once they start working, they just need to click on start. As you can see, the timer starts going there, so that's going to appear in the time logs. And then when they have analyzed deals and it meets all this criteria, they can keep referring back to it. They just need to click on submit deal, and that's going to send that deal through to you in the VA toolbox. So that's now been sent. And obviously, as they keep going and they keep analyzing, they'll be able to submit deals as they go. When they are finished with their shift, they just need to click on finish. That's all they need to do. That's how you add your virtual assistant to BuyBotPro and get them using BuyBotPro with you. Hopefully that has helped your understanding of what a virtual assistant is and how they can be useful for your business. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the team at info@buybotpro.com. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.